Hello guys, I'm DVM. I hope you all are doing well. Today's video is gonna be about Hollywood movie A Man Called Otto, so let's get right into the video. Tom Hanks has worked his high wattage, regular guy hero amiability for so long that he was bound to experiment with a year like 2022 eventually. In the summer, he gave us an oily, flesh-packed Colonel Tom Parker with that strange barbed wire accent in Elvis, then he took on Geppetto in the year's other, forgettable Pinocchio, and now he's been fitted for grumpy pants, frown lines and a self-made noose as a suicidal sourpuss in A Man Called Otto. But we know Hanks by now, and what kind of curmudgeon he'd want to play, which means you don't have to be familiar with the source material of Otto to guess within the first few minutes when he's being obnoxious to a perfectly kind hardware store cashier. But in that, isn't it cute how mean he is? Wait, that this is one of those movies typically described in terms of surrendering to charms and winning you over. So, friends, if you're a fan of comedy drama movies, then do subscribe my channel. Let's get back to our video. The story of an ordinary Scrooge's new lease on happiness, Otto, is an American adaptation of the widely read Swedish novel, A Man Called Otto, by Fredrik Backman, from the Finding Neverland team of director Mark Foster and writer David McGee. Otto has been filmed once already, a 2015 adaptation which Sweden submitted for that year's International Film Oscar, earning a nomination. The other surefire observation from the New Jersey set, Hanks-led Otto, is that this year's golden statuettes are very much on this unremarkable film's none too complicated mind. Living in a house on a closed-off oval of a street, Otto is not just his neighborhood association's resident crank, he's its unofficial and unwanted watchdog for everything from vehicle rules to animal control to basically whatever irritates him. A muttered idiot is his favorite tag to any encounter. Newly jobless as a forced retiree from the auto plant, believably friendless and a widower of many years, Otto approaches his various attempts at suicide with procedural efficiency, only to be interrupted unwittingly by the newest move-ins, a kind, spirited young family of four led by sharp-tongued, pregnant Marisol Mariana Trevino. Impervious to Otto's rudeness, Marisol enlists her cranky new neighbor's help in small, then incrementally more involved ways that surprise act as the defrosting agent for his eventual thaw. The origins of his grouchiness, meanwhile, are doled out in flashbacks. How as an idealistic young man, Truman Hanks, he fell for the sparkling Sonia, Rachel Keller, yet over the years let life's setbacks harden and isolate him. Of course, there's nothing inherently unappealing about a familiar, sentimental story like this, with its worthwhile takeaways about senior vulnerability, tolerance, and the healing power of community. But there was a time when Hollywood professionals wanting to inject their stuff into our veins deployed wit, craft, and a supremely honed gloss, the trimmings that made us forget we were being manipulated into a state of awe. So why does this Otto have to feel so tossed off, be so unfunny, and look so crummy and choppy? Are we that far removed from the one-time ideal of elegantly packaged holiday fare that was supposed to not look like cheap TV? Hanks is expectedly fine, but the role is closer to the sitcom world he left behind instead of the more pointed, Eastwood and Gran Torino style mix of humor, pain, and redemption it could have been, while still being PG-level heartwarming. He's more of a geezer puppet than a character, entertaining at times but hardly memorable. Trevino is likable enough, capturing something flinty and witty about a certain type of no-nonsense mom, and yet there's no getting around the schematics of her creation. Outside of those two, it's a woefully zipless character roster, with the casting of Hank's youngest son as his younger self something of a gimmicky misfire, and Mike Birbiglia wasted as a real estate villain. Then again, Foster's haphazard direction is so checked out it's painful. He shows no interest in giving anyone a scene that isn't wholly about snapping something into place, and his comedy mise-en-scene and timing in even the simplest moments of humor is flat. And the less said about Thomas Newman's phoned-in score, the better. A Man Called Otto may be about restoring the Ottos of the world to a new sense of purpose. So why does it feel like for anyone who cares about movies, this is just going to create more of the ill-tempered, fist-shaking, get-off-my-lawn kind? So friends, if you have watched this video completely, which means you have liked it. Thanks guys, have a wonderful day. And don't forget to subscribe.